Hi, this is Bill Eagle from North Central Educational Service District with another quick video on eVAL. In this video, we're going to cover adding artifacts to an observation. So I am using the sandbox, which is a generic version of eVAL that allows me to do some training. And you'll see then that I'm logged in as teacher A. Over here on the left menu, my name says teacher A. Your name should appear there when you're logged into eVAL. And I'm currently on the dashboard screen, but I know that I have an observation coming up, and I can find out more about that observation by using the left-hand menu to click on observation. And when I view here, I can get additional details about the observation, pre-conference date, post-conference date, etc. But I want to add an artifact to this observation. So there are a variety of ways that you can go about that. I tend to like to use the menu on the left side. So I'm going to go over to artifacts. And I'm going to add an artifact. So once I've chosen artifacts from the left-hand menu, I'm going to click the Add Artifact button here. And you get this dialog box in the right-hand side that says Artifact Creation Checklist. That shows you kind of where you're at in the process and what your next steps are going to be to complete the process of adding the artifact and then sharing it with your administrator. So I'm going to add an artifact title. I'm going to call it Math Lesson Plan. And then I'm going to attach an item. And you see when you add artifacts, you have some options. I can add a file, I can add a website, or I can add some comments about a professional practice. I have a file that I'm going to add, which is a lesson plan, and it's a local file. Although I could choose to add files from any of these areas you see on the left, a direct link, something from my Google Drive, Dropbox, etc. I'm going to go ahead and choose a local file. So you can see this takes me to my desktop, and I have a math lesson plan template there that I would like to add to this observation. So I'm going to choose that from my desktop. And when I click open, it will allow me to choose that file. I'm going to give it a friendly name, math lesson, and I'm done. I've chosen that file. So immediately after I've chosen the file, I get an opportunity to align this to the rubric. And so I have some options from the Danielson rubric to align. I can select at least one item under planning and preparing. I think this lesson plan gives me a good picture of my setting of instructional outcomes. So I'm going to go ahead and associate it with that part of the rubric. And you again can choose other options if you think the artifact that you've selected better fits some other particular portion of the rubric. And I'm going to select done. And then you get the option to connect to an observation or a self-assessment. And I've provided this, I'm going to connect it to an observation here. So I'm going to click there, and you see that I have the one observation in progress. We're about to do that on 2:15. I'm going to connect it to that observation by clicking there. I click done, and I could even provide a reason for my alignment. Lesson includes learning targets for students. Okay, so I've included everything I want. I've aligned it to the rubric. I've aligned it to this observation I have coming up. And now I need to make sure I'm going to share the artifact. If you go back up here to this dialog box called artifact creation checklist, you see there's one item left that's not checked green, and it is to share the artifact. And until I've done that, my administrator is actually not going to be able to see this. So I want to make sure I click on the share the artifact. When I do that, you'll notice it is kind of packaged now. It shows up as an item under my artifacts list. You can see that I've attached a math lesson plan template. I've aligned it to the rubric, etc. If I would like to edit, I still have the option to do some editing. But at this point, the artifact should be showing up on my principal evaluator side, and it should show up as connected to my upcoming observation. So I hope this was helpful in getting you set up for posting artifacts in eVAL. Thank you.